Hi everyone, welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. I want to show you today the best $1 craft you can possibly make, and there are so many ways to do this. So the first thing you're going to need is a Dollar Tree frame, so this is a 5x7 one, and the Gallery Glass liquid leading, or simulated liquid leading. So what I'm going to do is take one of their Gallery Glass pictures. Now you could use anything you print off online, you could use a stamp outline, and there's so many different things that you can do. I'm going to do this really sweet unicorn for Miss Tilly. Now if you do use their kit, you're going to see that all of the numbers are on here for what colours you're going to fill it up with later. Or of course you can use your own creative license. So just open up your frame and you can see whether you want to include your frame border or not. I probably don't on this one. And I'm going to pop the glass out of the frame to make it easy. Now this can be either way round, of course, to start with, so you don't need to worry to begin with as to where you want it. So I'm just going to pop this on top, reasonably centered, so 3 fingers, 3 fingers, and that is literally it. So the first thing we do is we take off the lid of our liquid leading. You're going to want to snip it to however fine or otherwise you want it to be, and then we're going to turn it the other way up, and I'm just going to outline. Now this is a bit harder because I'm a lefty, and you want reasonably even pressure, but you see how this goes. I'm trying not to cover it up, even though I kind of go everything a little bit cack-handed. So you want even pressure, and you can see just keep pushing as you're piping. And I'm going to go across here and across here. And then the other option you have, because like mine, I did mine a little bit too thick, is you can outline with any of these too. These are the actual Gallery Glass. Tilly requested a pink unicorn, so I'm going to do a black horn and the rest of mine as a pink unicorn. I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. And then we can fill it in, of course, with any colour. Or how about you outline it in white? Actually, I really like that idea. And these have a really fine point on, so you don't actually have to do much. So I'm just literally drawing over these lines. I mean, how easy is this? I kind of wish when I'd opened my liquid leading the first time, I did it a lot finer, but you live and you learn. And this I'm putting really gentle pressure on. You can also get the liquid leading in small, and I think maybe I would have preferred that, but you don't know these things until you've tried them out. If you get any bubbles like this, you can either just go back, prick them with the nozzle, or just use a pin afterwards. Both will work for you. And you could, add flowers or a sun. You could add, all sorts of things to your design. And then we're going to leave this to dry. Now, if you're a freehand artist, you might just be able to do this yourself. And you just want to make sure your connections are really good, where you start and stop with where you're going to add another colour. And I try to find an area where I can get a reasonably long line. And the great thing is if you move it like I did, you just line it back up again and you do the next bit. So like this long bit here, I'll try to get all in one. You get just a much nicer finish. Pipe to marry it up. Pipe in here. And I'm actually going to go back and I'm going to grab my black again. And I'm going to try and be as careful as I can. I'm going to pipe to the side till I get it where I want it. And I'm just going to do the smile. And the eye in black. So you can see there. As I say, if you need to, just grab yourself a pin or your craft pick is great and you can even out a line. I'm going to leave this to dry probably overnight, just for ease, but you'll know when it's dry. It starts to go a little bit more translucent, but you see How cool is my little unicorn? And then we're going to come back and we're going to fill it in with some really, really fun colours. So once your unicorn or other item is dry, it will look something like this. As I say, the one thing I really wish is that I hadn't cut the black one quite so thick, but I know Tilly is going to love this in her room no matter what. So now we want to fill in with colours, and that part is just so easy. So you just twist off the lid, and this one's already started. And you can do either front or back. It's entirely up to you. I like working on the raised side, and I'll show you why in a second. I'm going to add some pink into some of these areas. I'm going to kind of do like a My Little Pony style theme here. Some pink. And then I'm going to go in with my light blue here. And this behaves exactly like icing. So if you're really confident with baking and icing and those kinds of things, you can do all of those like feathering techniques and all of those things with the gallery glass, which I think is just so much fun. So you can see I'm just almost just like colouring in, making sure everything is full of colour. Really, really simple. You could even add like, you know, cutie marks that My Little Ponies have. Depends on your drawing skills. I have no drawing skills, so I'm going really simple. I can colour well, but drawing, not so much. I'm going to go with some orange. And if you get too much in a certain area, a Q-tip is a great way to pick it up. Like for instance, if that went over, the Q-tip would be a great way to fix that. I'm going to add some more orange here. I'm going to go back with my blue because I forgot the blue in my horn. Like this. And I'm going to take some yellow. Whoops. Here. Definitely takes a little bit of practice with the amount of pressure you need. But you kind of start to feel, it's very much a kind of feel thing rather than anything else. So you'll kind of feel when you've got it right. The thinner you are, the more translucent it will be. The thicker you are, the less translucent it will be. So in here, I'm just going to take my nail. I'm going to pick up some of this colour. So Q-tip's a great way to go. Or just your nail, just like that. We have one empty piece. I'm going to fill that with, I don't know what this green looks like, but My Little Ponies seem to have every colour on them, so that's what we're going to go with. I'm just taking my scissors around the lid and it comes off really easily. So we're going to go in here. And just add a little bit of green. And so simple. Just take this bit off, just wipe it. We can always wipe it at the end with alcohol and that will kind of remove any extra smudges and things. So that is on there. And then you can decide how you want to fill your unicorn. I'm going to go white, but you could totally add a colour. You could even mix a couple of colours together. You could do, you know, mottled things. You could do all sorts of different things. But I'm just going to take this. And in the same way you would icing, I'm just going around the edge like this, and then I'm just filling in. And what you can do is take your craft pick or cocktail stick or toothpick and just pop out any air bubbles that you get in there. And you can see that the colours aren't bleeding together either, which is really nice. You can also do it with your nozzle. I mean, look how quickly I can fill this area in. It's just like piping with icing. And maybe if you want to practice at cake decorating, this is a really easy way to do it too. And you can go over colours. So that black that was dry, which is her eye, I can just go straight over the top of with my white. And I'll show you why I like working on this side, because I can be a bit looser. And when I turn it around, all my mistakes are fixed, and layering works so well. So you just finish this area here. And I'm very carefully going to turn this over because of course it's all still wet. But what I would do is just take a craft pick, the end of my scissors, and just poke any little air bubbles you get. just like that, and go over the whole thing. You can also take your heat tool just like this, and it'll just help you even out any little air bubbles too, and it gives you a more even coat. Just a few seconds, a bit like epoxy, super quick, don't do anything too much. And then once you're done and this is dry, I'm going to leave it again to dry overnight, and you can see the picture of the finished item on your screen in a second, but you can see kind of how this is going to go. So everything is done and the light will just shine through it. I'm not going to stay like that too long just because it's wet. So you can see the finished one on your screen right now. I know Tilly is just going to absolutely love it up in her bedroom. So I can't wait to see it. If you didn't see Tilly's bedroom makeover, go check out the video from a couple of days ago. It's in the same playlist as this, in our home decor playlist. And of course, don't forget to hit subscribe and ring the bell. Check out all of our Creativation 2020 coverage. Lots and lots of fun things going on there as well. And I'll see you tomorrow with another crafty tip, trick tutorial, or maybe something a little bit different. But in the meantime, happy crafting and have a great day. I'll see you then. Bye.